Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the Continental, which is the spin-off series set inside of the John Wick universe. Jesus Christ. The first episode is okay. Like, it does what it's supposed to do, and it does it in an okay way. But the second episode is when it really just falls downhill. So fucking bad. It's awful. It's awful. Okay, so the first episode, it basically just like establishes the characters and what the overall plot will be. And again, it does a pretty good job of doing that. There are some characters that are literally gonna mean absolutely fucking nothing besides just being there. Like they don't drive the plot. They don't like change the outcome of anything. They are just simply there. Just to be there. You know, like it doesn't really change anything. I mean, seriously, it's just nothing. The second episode is when it really starts to go downhill because everything that they fucking do, because like, okay, first episode, establishing what it's going to be about, boom, done. Second episode, setup for the ultimate plan, boom, done. Third episode, the ultimate plan. You see the problem there? They had one episode for setup. One singular fucking episode for setup, and besides that, there was nothing. Literally nothing. No planning going on. It was quite literally just... It was blank. It was blank spots. Not to mention, I felt like everything that they did in the second episode meant fucking nothing. Meant nothing when it comes to what the third episode was gonna be. Nothing they did in the second episode mattered. Besides maybe one thing. If they recruited Bowery in the second episode and not the third episode, I would have said that they actually did something in... That they actually did something in the second episode, but I don't think they did. So, yeah. Also, spoilers ahead. Just saying. I always forget to say that. Spoilers ahead. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The third episode, there was like one action scene that I really liked, and I'll talk about it when I get to that kill. But besides that, I don't know. I mean, Cormac, like, really wasn't, like, built up enough. I feel like the major thing that he did that could build him up enough was him killing the cellist that Sharon hired. That would be the major thing that would, like, kind of build him up as a bad guy. But besides that, he's really just a crime boss. He's a basic-ass fucking crime boss. That's literally all he is. So yeah, I don't know, I don't really have much to talk about this show because I just don't really like it that much. I feel like Winston, I mean, at the same time, it's like nothing really connects to the John Wick movies, the John Wick series. Nothing, like, you don't see anything like, oh, that's how that happened? Okay, gotcha. Like, none of that. Nothing, like, comes from this that, like, really connects to the other John Wick movies. Nothing. Other than the fact of they just throw some names around that are reminiscent of the John Wick movies. Like Winston, the Bowery, the Continental. Other than that, nothing. Not to mention they completely changed the layout of the Continental Hotel, which I understand, like, it's gonna be like 20 years, like, because this is set in like the 1970s. And then John Wick movies are set in like 2014 whenever they release. So like, yeah, I understand you're gonna make some renovations along the way, but it's not gonna be as drastic as they actually made it out to be. You know, like, it's not gonna be that bad. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Even if you're a diehard fan of the John Wick movies, I would not recommend this because it's just that bad. I'm not even lying. It is just that bad. Again, there's a lot of useless characters that sort of mean nothing. I mean, there's like maybe one or two that have like the smallest role played into the overall plot, but nonetheless, it still seems just completely fucking useless. You know? It feels like they're not really driving towards anything. I mean, of course they're driving towards something, taking down the Continental Hotel, but it also seems like kind of hypocritical. How Winston just like hates the Continental, hates how he runs things, which I understand, like, oh, I could just run things differently, but at the same time, he doesn't like the Continental as a whole, you know? Not to mention, none of these characters ever come back. Literally none of them in any of the John Wick movies. Besides Sharon. That is literally the only one that ever comes back, and Winston. Besides that, you know, Yen and Lou or fucking Jean. Literally none of them ever appear in any of the John Wick movies. And I feel like I understand that, like, well, I mean, you know, this is after the first 3 John Wick movies. We can't just, you know, it's kind of like we didn't plan on making the Continental series, and then it's like, okay, well, let's make a Continental series. So we didn't have any characters to go off of. I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, I think it could have been done a lot differently. A lot differently. Sorry if I itch my neck. It's very itchy. I'm pretty sure I have a rash or something. I'm not gonna talk about it. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I wouldn't recommend it, but again, if you're a diehard fan of the John Wick movies, give it a watch, just because it somewhat relates to the movies. So, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm about ready to get into some kills. Let's do it. Season 1, Episode 1, Brother in Arms. There was only one season, 3 episodes. I'm not even like, there was one season with 3 episodes. That's it. Like, I feel like if they would have added on more episodes to flesh out the setup and the story a lot more, this could have been so much better. But they didn't. So it's ass. Anyway. Kill 1 to 5 is the 5 people Frankie's partner killed through the floor when he lit it up with his Uzi. Killed by Frankie's partner shooting them with his Uzi. Kill number 6, Frankie's partner. Killed by Frankie shooting him in the head after his betrayal, causing his partner to kill the first 5 victims. That's right. Kill 7 to 17 were the 11 guards that Frankie killed while trying to steal the case. Killed by Frankie shooting them in the head. Kill number 18, a worker at the hotel that Winston was staying at. Killed by the men who attacked Winston in his hotel room, shooting him in the head. Kill number 19 to 20 were 2 men who worked for the manager. Killed by falling off a 2-story balcony forcefully. Kill 21 to 25 were 4 people holding the 3 other people at gunpoint. Killed by the other people shooting them in the head. I don't know what this is, but That's right. Okay. Yeah, this is like the beginning when they first introduced Lou, Lemmy, and Miles. But I didn't know their name at the time, so I just did this. And I didn't feel like looking up their name at the time. Anyway. Number 26, the guy who Mayhew's men were interrogating, killed by a broken jaw. I'm just assuming it was a broken jaw. I'm assuming that, he would have died from the broken jaw. Because I imagine someone would die from a fucking broken jaw. Code 27, one of Comad's men. I'm pretty sure it's Comad. Is it Cormad? I think it's Cormad. Killed by Yen slitting his throat. Kill 28 to 29, two of Comad's drivers, killed by Yen shooting them in the head. Kill 30, one of Comad's men, killed by Yen putting a flattening iron through his head. Kill 31, Frankie, Winston's brother, killed by one of the weird twins shooting him in the head. So in total, there was 31 kills in the first episode and 31 kills so far. It's been a while since I've done the episode thing. Last time I did it was technically The Boys Season 4. The last time I did it for a full kill count, it was just like the full series. I'm pretty sure it was The Boys Diabolical. I don't think I did a TV show after that. But trust me, once we do the Marvel kill counts, there will be a lot of TV shows. Because holy shit. I'll get on to that later, but I will most definitely have to take some time off to fully do some of these shows and movies. Not even movies. Movies aren't going to be that bad because they're just movies. They're like 90 minutes, whatever. But again, I'll talk about it later. I don't want to interrupt, so I'll continue. Season 1, Episode 2, Loyalty to the Master. Kill 32 was the man on the wanted poster that the sniper killed by the sniper shooting them in the head while he was at his kid's birthday party. I know, that's pretty messed up. Kill 33 to 34, two guys at the theater where Yen and Frankie lived, killed by multiple means from Yen. Kill 35 to 36, four of Cormac's men that showed up to the Bowery, killed by some of the Bowery men shooting them in the head. Okay, so yes, they did recruit the Bowery in the second episode, so I'll give the Bowery a little bit, I'll give the second episode a little bit more leeway, but not that much. So, Kill 37 was the cellist that Sharon hired, killed by Cormac beating him to death with a putter. So in total, 6 kills in the second episode, 37 kills so far. Season 1, Episode 3, Theater of Pain. Kill 38, the bus driver that let Winston have a private meeting with Sharon, killed by one of the twins shooting him in the head. Kill 39, one of the men who attacked Winston and Lou in the hotel they were staying at, killed by KD shooting them in the head. Kill 40, the guy working the front desk at the hotel, killed by one of the twins shooting them. Kill 41 and 42, the two guys about to throw Winston off the balcony, killed by the sniper shooting them in the head. Kill 43, the greeter for the Continental Hotel, killed by Yen. Kill 44, the lady working the front desk, killed by Yen shooting her in the head after asking for the twins. Kill 45 to 46, the two guys who interrupted Lemmy on the roof, killed by Lemmy shooting them in the head. Kill 47 to 48, two guys that KD killed by KD punching one to death and shooting the other. Kill 49 to 50, two guys chasing Lemmy, killed by Lemmy shooting them in the head. Kill 51 to 55, 5 more guys killed in the raid, killed by Gene and Miles. Kill 56, Orphan Master, killed by the explosion from the C4 and Lou's dojo. If you don't know, Orphan Master is just like this Asian guy who I'm assuming is like a big old crime boss that like messes with Lou because he's racist. I don't know. Anyway, kill 57 to 65 were all 9 victims in the blackout shootout, killed by the other guys in the blackout shootout. Kill 67 to 73, the 8 people that the Ninja Gaiden guy killed by a cool Ninja Gaiden guy. So yeah, basically, there was this guy in the show that looked like the main the main protagonist, the guy protagonist from Ninja Gaiden. If you don't know Ninja Gaiden, look it up. I'm not gonna explain it. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden's this cool ninja game. Anyway, so yeah, this guy looked like the guy protagonist from Ninja Gaiden, and it was really cool. Kill 74, the Ninja Gaiden guy, killed by Sharon, beating him to death with an air tank. Kill 75 to 93, all 19 people killed when Barracuda was playing, killed by many people with many means. Kill 94, the lady working in records, killed by Lemmy throwing a hatchet into her chest. Kill 95, the boy twin, killed by Lou shooting him right through the eye. This fight I fucking loved. This was the best fight of the show, hands down. It was so good. Because, like, this fucking twin, even though he was super fucking odd, super fucking weird, like, I would never be friends with him because he's just weird. Okay, I don't mean that in a rude way, but still, he's just weird as fuck. This motherfucker, just, like, walking from place to place, like, Miles is running, he's stumbling. This dude, he's just walking like a badass. Not to mention, he tanked a C4 explosion that Lemmy put through the tube like a badass. And then this motherfucker, he got jumped by Lou and Miles and still dogged on them. They needed their little Asian friend. I'm not even joking. It was just like this little Asian kid to help them. Lou had to overcome her fear of guns to kill this man. This guy fucking dogged on them. God. This guy was great. No, he was great. He fucking dogged on them. He may have lost the fight, but he didn't. He may have lost the fight, but he didn't lose the war. He won my heart. He won my heart. He may have lost the fight, but he didn't lose my heart. God, it was a good fight though. It was a very good fight. Kill 96, Lemmy, killed by the boy twin, putting a grenade through the mail chute. Yeah, okay, so the boy twin, he dies in the badass, in the class fight. But before that fight, he put a grenade through the chute. Well, it blows up in Lemmy's face. I didn't confirm. They didn't confirm whether or not he was dead until Sharon and Winston went down to records and saw him. So, that confirmed it. So I just decided to count it here. Kill 97 to 104, the 8 people killed when Winston sent C4 to the dining room, lobby, and kitchen. Kill 105, the last survivor of the kitchen explosion, killed by Winston, stabbing him in the neck. Kill 106, the other twin, killed by the C4 explosion, activated by Yen. This fight wasn't as cool. I mean, even the other twin I still don't like, because she's weird as fuck, but the guy twin, he has won my heart. Kill 107, the guy hiding with Cormac on the 13th floor, killed by Cormac slamming his head into the desk. And so, of course, he dies. Kill 108, Cormac O'Connor, killed by KD, shooting him in the fucking skull. Yes, okay, real quick. I'll wait. Kill 109 was the adjudicator that had the messed up face, killed by Winston shooting her in the head. So in total, there were 72 deaths in the 3rd episode and 109 deaths in the Continental. That's about it. Anyway, so 2 things I want to talk about. First off, the twist, the main twist in the series is fucking great. It's probably the best part of the series. Either that or the fight with the other twin. I'm not even lying, because the twist is really good. So it is revealed in the 3rd episode, about halfway through, that KD lived, because, okay, basically, Winston and Frankie, they worked for Cormac O'Connor for a while when they were kids, and one thing that, really just fucking made them snap, that made them say, fuck this shit, I'm done, was they had a job to burn down a apartment building with a Molotov. They were told that nobody was in there, but spoiler alert, there was people in there. But it was revealed that KD was a little girl in that apartment. She watched her family burn from Winston throwing the Molotov. It's insane. It's a good twist. Again, it's revealed that KD was in the apartment that Winston and Frankie burned down. She was one of the family members. That was a good twist. That was a very good twist. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty good. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about is, as you may have saw in my community post, I'm going to be starting every single Marvel live-action project to ever be released. I'm hoping to finish this before Avengers Doomsday comes out, because I want to be done with all the Marvel projects by the time that Avengers Doomsday comes out. So, once I do that, I'll be all caught up. But I want to plan I want to talk about how I'm going to do that. So first off, I'm going to do all of the MCU movies and shows and whatnot last. That is going to be the very last wave of movies and shows that I do. So, I'm going to do everything else first. And I mean, when I talk about MCU, I'm not talking about like Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire's, Spider-Man's, the X-Men movies. Because, the multiverse, that connects them, doesn't it? No. I'm only counting the movies that are on Earth 616. In a sense. Basically, if it has the main MCU cast, I'm counting. Because, again, like I said, Tobey Maguire's and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, they do technically connect through Spider-Man No Way Home. But the movies themselves are not MCU movies. But the order that I'm going to do them is I'm going to do... So, the first movie released... Technically it's a show, because it's like Captain America show. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the first ever live-action Marvel project that isn't MCU to the last live-action Marvel project that isn't MCU, which I believe is Deadpool and Wolverine. So I'm gonna skip over all of the MCU projects. But once I hit the X-Men movies, I'll do those. I'll do all of them. And I'll do them in chronological order. After that, there's really nothing, like, too big. So I'll just go to the MCU, or, and finish up what I have from non-MCU projects. But once I hit the MCU, I'm going to go chronological order. So that'd be, like, Captain America First Avenger, then Agent Carter, then Captain Marvel, then, like, I think Iron Man, then Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, shit like that. It'd be all that. So yeah, just want to put that out there. It's a big project, but realistically, there's not a lot of movies that are, like, old, that are, like, super old, like black and white shit. Most of the movies that I'm going to list, y'all gotta probably recognize, even if you're not a diehard Marvel fan. Like, I'm not even lying. Yeah, there's really not a lot. But there is a lot of content to pack in, though. The main thing that I'm super concerned about, the one project that I was very worried about doing, that's why I wanted to start it now, was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Basically, if you know of CW shows like Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, shit like that, it is essentially that, but of course with, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It is a super long, like, 234 episode series with, like, 40-minute episode lengths. It's just super long, super tedious, and I'm not excited to do it. Not excited at all. But it must be done. So, there's going to be a lot of filler cookouts, for example. This Saturday will be, I don't really give a shit, Alita Battle Angel. Very kick-ass movie. And then after that, it's going to be Central Intelligence. I know, big difference in the fucking action style and shit. But there's going to be a lot of filler movies. Basically, my plan is to do all the black and white movies. And while I'm working on all the black and white movies, periodically release some filler co-counts here and there of just random ass movies. But once I'm done with all the black and white movies, I'll start putting those out, on schedule. And while I'm, putting those out periodically, I'll start working on, I'll probably just start working on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Honestly. So yeah, I'll probably just start working on those. But, I don't know if I'll do X-Men movies chronological order. I might do in release order. I know for a fact I'm going to do MCU chronological, because, I'm pretty sure it's the way to do it. But yeah, like I said, so some filler co-counts until I get the black and white shows done. Once I do that, again, I might do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but again, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to take so long. It's going to be so tedious. So, if anything, because that still falls into the MCU, but again, it's so big, I really need to start it now. Okay, let's just say, once I get to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kill count, and it doesn't come out on time, don't get mad at me, because it's 234 episodes and 40-minute long episodes. So, that's Give me a second. So 234 episodes with an average of 44 minutes. So 234 times, sorry, my computer is very slow, 44. So it is about 10,296 minutes of content. We divide that by 60. Come on. Nope, I didn't. There we go. That is 171 hours, 171.6 hours. It's a lot of fucking hours. So, it's going to take a long ass time to do that. So again, if that comes out late, don't get mad at me, because it's 171 hours of content. But anyway, I'll see you on the next one.